I'll bring it back. So I work with record labels, pretty much all the record labels. There are record labels that are deathly afraid of me turning on that stream and just shitting on their artist for whatever reason.
DJ Akademiks just admitted that he gets paid to push narratives in his latest interview with DJ Vlad. You see, long gone the days where it's about the best hits, the best bars, and who can select the best beats. Nowadays, podcasters run the game. It's about telling the best story, the best narrative. And if your audience is loud enough, whose side can reign supreme?
Have you seen I'm going to call it conspiracy theory because, there's going to be those out there like, where's all the proof? That there are certain media members that are kind of like either mouthpieces for like Jay-Z, or like there's like this idea that Rock Nation is nefariously acting to try to control the narrative with certain things. How do you feel about that?
What would putting me on payroll? Let's just say
no, not you.
No. Bro,
all right, let's start with you. Got it.
Let's just take it from my point of view, right? I have a fairly large platform. Mm-hmm. When I put stuff out there, it spreads, right? All the other blogs look at what I do. Everyone takes clips from my interviews, and I go viral recently, on a regular basis. So I could be an actual mouthpiece, right? So let's just say that Jay-Z calls me and said, listen, I want you to do a bunch of pro Rock Nation stuff. How will that move the needle on any level? So if I just do a bunch of pro Rock Nation shit, what will that change? What will that change? Me by myself. Even 10 of me's, what will that do? If there's 10 Vlads that are being paid by Rock Nation, what will that do in the grand scheme of things?
I'll tell you what it'll do. It would, these days, I never, until this year, I never knew what a narrative war was. Like, there's so many people fighting a narrative war.
So Akademiks immediately brings up Jay-Z and how Rock Nation is strategically using certain media members like The Breakfast Club and Charlemagne to push their agenda and make Rock Nation look bigger than life. See, my pushback is simple. Anybody can say that DJ Akademiks does the same thing for Drake and 6ix9ine. What's the difference? When the whole Kendrick and Drake beef was going on, you were acting like anything that Kendrick was saying had any validity. It didn't make any sense. We tricked him with the kid, yada, yada, yada. And now that this situation is going on with Dirk, you pushing 6ix9ine, bro. So you kind of doing the same thing in the sense where you be getting pushed, bro. You paying people, and the people that you like, you'll push them and what they have to say. You understand?
I'll bring it back. So I work with record labels, pretty much all the record labels. There are record labels that are deathly afraid of me turning on that stream and just shitting on their artist for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. Put it like this. If you think that thing they sent for Trippie Redd, obviously I'm cool with Trippie, but like that thing they sent for Trippie, that whole presentation, this is how it kind of works. It's like, and it works not only with me, it works with DJs too, where they're like, hey, let's bring the DJs out to dinner. You know why they're doing that? They want the DJs to have a reason to be like, oh, these are good people. We like him. Because the narrative of that is going to help. If everyone's shitting on a product, like the biggest promotion is word of mouth. And some of the loudest mouths, if they get online saying X, Y, or Z, and you are one of the loudest, you have one of the loudest platforms. For you to be in favor of a artist or a person or anything, it could even be a label, it could be a company, that is valued somewhat. And to a certain extent, I didn't know how much people were paying attention to it until in the last 2 years.
See, my problem with the entire situation with this conversation is DJ Vlad is too smart and has been in this business for too long to not understand the obvious. The masses don't make their own opinions. They subscribe to the opinions who they think is the authority on said topic. So if Jay-Z selected DJ Vlad to push a certain narrative, it should be very obvious on why he did that. Because DJ Vlad has the power to sway certain people's opinions. Most people aren't going to, hey man, I know Jay-Z. No, but if you, DJ Vlad, have interconnections or insider information about Jay-Z, why wouldn't, like, come on, bro, why wouldn't anybody listen to you? You know what I mean? And like, you're one of the top 5 media personalities in hip hop right now.
There's entities that will either pay a lot of money to try to tarnish someone's brand. Like, for example, I'll give you a clear example. And I said this publicly. I told the person who this happened to. Playboi Carti performed at Complex Con about 2 years ago. It was him and The Weeknd. They debut Timeless and a song I love, Rather Lie. Someone came with a big budget and they said, hey, listen, here's some videos of while they're at Complex Con. Now, everybody loves Carti. Everybody says his concert's so crazy. They're trying to put up his concerts in like the realm of Travis Scott and Weeknd. Mm-hmm. There was a company paying to put out a narrative that while he's performing, people are walking out. And they sent video. I've never seen these videos before. And they're like, we have the budget to fund this. Now, that was a little bit alarming for me because...
Okay, so let's just slow down for a second before you go on.
Okay.
So this company that created this fake content, basically, right? So you have a video of people leaving Playboi Carti's concert, making it look like he's a flop, and no one was there no one was enjoying the show. They're going home. Number one, what does that accomplish?
It helps bring down the brand he's trying to build.
Okay, so who would do that?
Well, that's where you have to look a little harder because for me, and you know, I told Carti this, but they probably were able to deduce it because the company that was funding it, they also represent other artists.
Now, DJ Akademiks breaks down 2 different ways that the industry is currently, let's just say, bullying these new artists into submission. Akademiks admits himself that he has these labels in shambles, that if he goes on that stream and starts going crazy, he could easily ruin rollouts, show appearances, singles, you name it. Now, to me, the first 2 artists that come to my mind is SZA and Lil Baby. Now, DJ Akademiks, we all know, has publicly gone crazy on SZA and Lil Baby.
Tell you how, listen, you ever watch this video? You know, I be watching video about all type of shit. SZA, she was high on her freckles, nigga. All type of goofy shit, dog.
Wait, what? What I missed?
No, she was putting on fake freckles. Some dumb shit like that, bro. Insecurity, gang. Feel me? Like,
hey,
SZA, we remember your real face. Stop playing with me. You feel me?
What SZA do?
Nigga, I don't know. She was put on some sneak distance to me. She must think I'm at Complex. I'm fine at everybody. I'm at everybody.
Ain't SZA from Jersey?
Yeah, but we kicked her out. I kicked her out. I live here still. She ain't here. She out of here. My opinion that we lost Lil Baby. Okay? The moment this happened, we lost that nigga, man. We lost him. Now, you're going to think that I'm being funny when I say that this is the moment we lost him, but we should analyze why we're seeing so much of, and let me explain it. We're seeing rappers who love to call themselves bosses, this and third. They talk usually in third person about how great they are. They come from impoverished backgrounds. They're from the streets. They're from the hood. They're super macho, this and third. Once they start hanging with a certain crowd in Hollywood, they all become emasculated. They all become feminized. They all become almost damn near like servants for said dudes, and they never kind of come across as the same afterwards. Okay, the authenticity that they usually display to the audience, that people gravitated towards them, it just stops. It's just never the same. That's happening, if you ask me, with Lil Baby. It just hasn't been the same. Meek was already kind of over. But we're seeing this more and more, and we're trying to make sense of it. So a video came out, which is...
And he's even admitted, I think, that he got paid or had a strong conversation with QC to chill out on Lil Baby before his last project. You know what I mean? And the same thing with SZA. I think TDE hit him up and told him to chill about that. If I can find clips to it, I'll add the clips in here. And It's not to say that DJ Academics completely ruined these guys' career and he's the reason that SZA and Little Baby, I guess, have fallen off and are at the top of the market right now. That's not true. But he definitely brought them back down to earth. He made them look human instead of the superstars that everybody thought they were. They were touchable now.
Artists that are in the same realm that want to be the leader or seen as the leader in the concert space of we have the craziest concerts. Vlad, trust me.
That is so many levels out of direct benefit for whoever's paying for it that it would be
They
hard
have
to
that
even
much money.
monetize.
They have that much money. Put it like this. If you take your budget not to promote you, but to basically shit on your competition, imagine the budget you have to promote yourself. What I'm saying is that I started to see that, and we're in the realm now where it's all about narratives.
Then there's money being heavily invested in order to diminish these artists' star power. Akademiks goes on to explain that there was a particular company using blogs to target Playboi Carti and to make his sold out show at Complex Con look like it was not sold out at all, that people were actually leaving the concert.
But okay. Playboi Carti has a track record of selling certain number of tickets at certain venues. Who gives a shit if there's a video of people leaving? They paid for those tickets. So didn't he do some concert in Europe with like 100,000 people? Like I saw some videos that were just insane with Playboi Carti. So you really think that a video of people leaving a concert will somehow deter concert promoters from booking him? Maybe one show here or there.
Vlad.
I'm not buying it.
Vlad. Listen, I'll give you even more details.
And they were paying people. Did you get paid to post this video?
No, yeah, they offered me. I told no. I told it was like $4,000, $5,000.
So they wanted you. This company wanted $5,000 to pay you.
They had it to pay me. Yeah. And I said no. I said Carti's my friend, and I do business
so did
with
you
Carti.
see the video on other blogs?
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't find what concert DJ Academics was talking about as far as Playboi Carti and people walking out. But when DJ Academics brought up Burna Boy canceling his tour last year due to low ticket sales, I can confirm that that is true. If you look it up on Google, Burna Boy actually canceled his tour last year due to low ticket sales. So it actually has some validity. If you can push a certain narrative, it can push back on shows, rollouts, singles, and diminish you as an artist.
Burna Boy. I went to see Burna Boy at Citi Field. That's where the Mets play. That's 50,000 people that he sold out back in 2023, I believe, or 2022. I think it's 2023. So ridiculous. If anybody here is into Afro beats, or if you're African, or if you just love that type of music, you know how huge Burna Boy is. His name is literally the African Giant. That's his nickname, right? And what happened is that he went on tour again. And his tour, I know this as a fact. I met with, because they called, I just went with Young Boy on all of his stuff. Live Nation people tried to get me on the phone to try to change the narrative. Because I don't know if they thought that was what I was doing. But there was 2 to 3 videos of them showing, and they do this frequently. It's 8:00. This venue is not full yet. And it's to show that the artist isn't selling out. What happened was, once those went viral, he had a long tour. I literally was on the phone with Live. They said the tour sales has decreased by this amount of percent. Why? Because people are believing that no one's going to a show.
Yeah, it's going to be an empty venue. Yeah.
Yes. So it is effective. I'm telling you, I swear it's effective. It's just, it's a different type of warfare that's being fought.
So what does this mean for the industry and hip hop as a whole? Honestly, a lot of the opinions, narratives that you hear coming out, such as numbers, I mean, we already knew that it was skewed and fake, but now it's like nobody's opinion is real at this point. It seems like everything is being paid for, everything is being bought. Everybody's opinion comes with a price at this point. In the video, Axe said that they were paying $4,000 or $5,000 to certain bloggers to push certain things. Now, we see that with a music video, a single, but now They playing a different game, bro. It's a different game entirely. But let me know in the comments how you feel about the entire situation. Do you think it's okay for academics or any of these bloggers to get paid to push certain narratives? And personally, I don't care how much you paying. I'm gonna say what I want, how I feel, and keep it authentic and true to myself. I don't really want to get paid to push or say certain things. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna catch you in the next one, man. Peace.